For a limited time, you can save hundreds on your favorite Wahoo products. Upgrade your setup with gear proven in the pro peloton, including some of the big players on Ventoux today. Visit wahoofitness.com to use the offer before it ends. Absolute scenes in the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift today. The race that keeps delivering. We have the Ventoux Queen Stage, the full Monty, up 20 k's from the Bedouin, 15.5 k's from Saint-Estève, at about 9% strong cross headwind from Chalet Renard though. So it's very steep for the first 9k's, then it levels off a bit. In the peloton, we had the expected teams controlling Movistar for the yellow leaders jersey of Marlon Reusser, FDJ, and of course Canyon SRAM. There was a breakaway, but actually no big GC teams or like climbers who've fallen out of GC really made it into that break. So we have the positioning fight from Bedouin. It is like 3 to 4% up there, but here is where the climb, the categorized climb at least, starts from. Saint-Estève, Le Mont Ventoux, Kim LeCour, Pinard dropped from the bottom. Géry's pacing. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, she is dropped. The winner on Madeleine, which was the Queen Stage last year. Valier's attack sees Géry's in the wheel, thinks she's sort of pacing all the pelotons with her, but they weren't. Géry goes back. She's pacing with Berthet, and they got a long way to go up to the tower at the top of Mont Ventoux at 1900 meters. But it's actually EF Education Oatly with Rook. They start to pace. Good climbers like Fisher Black, Bunel are dropped, and also the last domestique of Demi Vollering. Bear in mind, Vollering was 12 seconds, just 12 seconds behind Reusser in the yellow jersey before this stage. Nivea Doma, her teammate Niedermayer, starts to pace in the white jersey, but before long, it's only for a minute or so, Demi attacks the long way around on this hairpin whilst Niedermayer was setting the tempo. We've still got quite a few Ks to go until we get to Chalet Renard, where the sort of profile or characteristics of this climb changes significantly. Then it's less steep, more headwind. I would argue better for Demi and Reusser, but the UAE riders, Vladarchik and ELB are dropped, and it's the trio we've seen all race when the going gets tough. Vollering in the European Champs jersey, Nivea Doma and Marlon Reusser defending well, looking pretty comfortable, but obviously everyone's having to work here in the yellow jersey. Nivea Doma, though, she's in the Simon Yates Fenestra position of last year's Giro d'Italia Queen Stage. She's in third. She's a minute and 5 behind Demi. She's a minute 17 behind Reusser. Gives Demi the now you see me, now you don't. Attacks just as Demi looks back. And she's gone, and Demi's like, well, Reusser, you're in the yellow jersey. You chased third place. But Reusser's like, well, she's closer to you on GC, and Reusser's obviously very or acutely aware that Vollering is going to counter-attack her. Vollering literally just attacked. So Reusser's on the radio. She's like, what do I do? Just after that, when she gets off the radio, Vollering attacks her, trying to get across to Nivea Doma. The gap was about 15 seconds. This looks more like 10 seconds to me. It gets much less than that. Vollering trying to attack across the gap, maybe get to Nivea Doma and start working with her. But unlike the Fenestra stage last year, Reusser keeps pacing. She doesn't refuse to work. She paces, but she has to be careful. She's just got attacked from Vollering. This is the second time. And she gets attacked a third time from behind. So obviously she doesn't want to ride threshold. The gap here goes down to 5 seconds. They could almost reach out across to Nivea Doma's back wheel, but they don't get there, and here the elastic snaps. Reusser has to start pacing. Vollering's attacked 3 times and has to recover, and the gap goes quickly to 30, 40, 50 seconds. And is Nivea Doma, are they going to allow her to go into the virtual Maillot Jaune? But here the climb changes. As I said, they turn left. Here's Chalet Renard, and now it's the open section, really exposed to the wind after the forest. You'd think the 2 bigger riders with more power working together, they should be able to take time back on the pure climber Nivea Doma. We have the group with Blasi and Longoborghini working really well. They come 18 seconds to that group of the Maillot Jaune, but they keep losing time. Nivea Doma goes into the virtual yellow jersey here. Her gap goes to 120. Demi looks like she's under pressure. The gap goes, it just keeps expanding. 3.5 Ks to go. When you would think, with the wind, with the exposed terrain, look at the flags here, just ahead of Reusser. It is blowing an absolute gale. These two, they are working together, although Reusser's trying to sort of put Vollering in the gutter. And the group behind was almost coming back to them. They were within 10 seconds. Then Vollering starts to push, but it just stays. It's 140, 145, 150 with 1K to go. Niewiadoma is looking like she's wrapping up GC here completely. They're not going to take 30 seconds, 40 seconds back on her in the later stages. 200 meters to go. It's 150. Then Vollering launches, drops Reusser in the crosswind. Niewiadoma wins her first ever stage at this race. Remember, she didn't win a stage when she won the GC overall a couple of years ago. A historic performance, one of the best women's climbing performances in history. That's what it took to take the yellow jersey, but Demi wasn't giving up without a fight. Probably she should have left Reusser a bit earlier, then maybe she's almost in yellow. She cuts the gap by 30 seconds in 700 meters. ELB comes back to Reusser, who loses 1 minute 46. Crazy stage. Cassia, who was in third, countering, winning the stage, going into, we'll see, is she in the yellow jersey by a narrow margin. Vollering gambling maybe a bit too much. Here's what the Polish star had to say.
I just feel so much gratitude, and I don't know, I just, this victory goes to so many people that were with me along this very long road without like proper big wins. So I just feel like I want to say thank you to almost everyone, but yeah, I don't know, honestly, I'm just so tired and so blown away with what just happened. And actually it was so funny because as we started to climb the Mont Ventoux, I looked right and I saw my parents, like they made a surprise visit, and I could see my dad crying, and I was like, I just need to make them proud, And yeah, so this victory just goes to my family, to my friends, to my team, to my husband Taylor, to my coach Louis, because especially and also my team boss Ronnie, because they know how much effort I put into this victory, and they were always by my side and listening to my complaints. So it's a long speech right now, but yeah, I'm just blown away.
Until today, you were the only Tour de France winner with no stage victory. How much did you want to fix it?
I think I never really chased the victory for the sake of winning. I chased it for the sake of this beautiful feeling. And I came here to Mont Ventoux with my friends, with my husband, and we rode the climb 3 times. We had fun, we sprinted, we did efforts, and it was just about this amazing feeling from being around here. It feels like at the top of the mountain, and from that moment I just wanted to have that feeling coming here as well. This pure joy of riding, feeling like a kid, feeling like bike racing or riding is so cool because we can go anywhere we want and just love every pedal stroke.
In terms of GC, Niewiadoma Finney has a 15-second lead ahead of Vollering. We only have bonus seconds available at the 2-stage finishes coming up, and she's not looked like no one's been able to drop her. Vollering's not been putting her really under much pressure on the punchy finishes either, or the short climbs. So Niewiadoma Finney in the driver's seat, but this race ain't over. Royce is only on 40 seconds. Hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you with a recap tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.